Hello and welcome to Siddhi. SSC CGL 2026 is about to start in the next 100 days. So now we need a smart strategy for GS. Ideally, the exam is supposed to be held after another 4 to 5 months, but SSC has preponed the calendar and this year they are starting with CGL. In such a scenario, it is not really wise for us to run behind all the topics of GS. Rather, if we can pick up those topics which are very relevant and which are very important based on 2025 PYQs, and if we can master those topics, we can definitely score a number such as 20 to 25 plus, and that would be more than enough for us to qualify tier 1. If we can qualify tier 1 and if we have that golden ticket, then we can definitely aim for very good scores for tier 2 as well. So in this video, we will talk about that smart strategy that will fetch us those 25 to 30 marks in GS section, provided you are giving your best to score 45 plus in the rest of the 3 subjects. Now let's take a look at those topics. We have categorized all the PYQs of 2025 and we have listed all the topics. Now in 2025, SSC has asked questions in GS section from 37 different topics, and these are the list of topics. For example, economics, where you have microeconomics and macroeconomics, the 3 histories, ancient, medieval and modern history. You have world geography, Indian geography, which are very regular, but there are good number of questions on population geography, and population geography also includes topics of census as well. Then you have settlements, agriculture, resources and industries, and questions on polity, laws, government schemes. There are a lot of questions on government schemes. Science, where you have biology, physics and chemistry, and there is a separate section of questions of science and technology, which are space technology and certain other technology questions also. There are questions on environment, where some of them are on species, some of them are on initiatives of pollution, etc. There are questions on defense, international relations, some questions on infrastructure, music, architecture, dance, festivals and fairs. There are a lot of questions on sports, and within sports, there are questions on rules and events also. Current affairs, there are certain special topics of current affairs such as reports, awards, prizes, books and authors, and certain other miscellaneous questions. But it is not really wise for us to run behind all these topics. If we run behind every topic and if we aim for a score of 50, we might even end up with nothing. So the right thing to do is, we have to select those topics that have higher returns on investment and that will fetch us the score that is necessary for us to qualify tier 1 of CGL 2026. So what are those topics and what is the right way to approach GS? See, these are the list of topics, of which we are going to call these into traditional topics and current oriented topics. Let me show you the topics. Out of the traditional topics, for history, do selective study, because history is a very vast subject. In fact, if you start weighing the syllabus of history is equal to the total syllabus of geography, economy and polity together. So history is one subject where please do only selective study. And how will you know what are the topics that are important? It's very simple. If you are a part of BrahMos or GS, in your course content, before the topic, I have placed 2 stars in front of the class number. Those are non-negotiable topics of history. And even if you are not a part of the course, you can open the course material, you can open the course content, and you can check the index and you can prepare for those topics of history. That is more than enough. If there are 4 questions out of history, those star marked topics will fetch you 2 marks. The other 2, it's completely okay to forego them so that you can invest your time on the rest of the topics. But for geography, economics and polity, there is decent amount of weightage. For these 3 subjects, prepare them comprehensively. Any source is good. These are very traditional topics, regular topics. So all the books, all sources are perfectly fine. Stick to your source, practice them multiple times. And if you don't have a source yet, if you are looking for a comprehensive source, Siddhi's GS notes is free and it is open for everybody. How do you get it? It's very simple. In Siddhi app, you have a course called BrahMos. In BrahMos, within general awareness section, all the PDFs are posted, and whatever PDFs are there, they are unlocked. You can use those notes if you don't have any strong source. Now, for science, there is a reduction in weightage with respect to science. So for science as well, please do selective study. So this is about the traditional topics. These traditional topics will fetch you 10 to 12 marks. This would be perfectly done. What about the rest of the topics? For the other 15 plus marks, the topics that we have to bank on are architecture, classical music, economic survey, budget, government schemes of the last 10 years, space technology, international relations, books and authors, reports and indices, rules of sports based on PYQs of 2025, and laws that are there in current affairs such as BNS, BNSS, etc. These topics will fetch you the rest of the 12 to 15 marks. Now the question is where to study, because these are pretty new topics and most of the books of the market are not yet updated. So where are we going to study these topics from? What is the source? Well, the answer is pretty simple. We are coming up with Siddhi Prep's GS ASTRA series. This is a free YouTube live teaching series. The entire teaching will happen on YouTube live, and after the completion of the live, the recording will be available on YouTube itself and you can access it at any point of time. So Siddhi Prep is coming up with Siddhi Prep's GS ASTRA series, and as a part of the series, I will teach you the new topics. The topics that would be covered are economic survey and budget, but before these, I will take up classes on foundation terminologies of economy, because without those terminologies, it is not easy for us to understand what is there. So there would be foundation classes of terminologies in economics, followed by economic survey and budget, then world geography, certain specific topics such as landforms, etc. Then population geography, settlement geography, agriculture, laws and policies, government schemes, space technology, other technology, space technology, current affair oriented part of it, the latest current affair missions, etc. Defense exercises which are in current affairs, international relations which are again in current affairs, architecture, sport rules and persons based on 2025 PYQs, and reports and indices. So these new topics which are current affair heavy will be taught as a part of GS ASTRA series on YouTube, and it's not just teaching, we will give you a comprehensive notes for these topics after the class. Along with that, one quiz from the PYQs of 2025 for these topics will also be provided. Now let me show you the notes before I conclude. This is the notes of first class of GS ASTRA series. The series will start from next Monday, that is 23rd of February, and this is the notes. The first class is microeconomic terminologies, as a part of which we are covering these topics where we will give you theory and definitions of the topic. Then there are very good images to simplify and to visualize the entire topic, after which you have real life examples also. So in this manner, a comprehensive notes will be provided for the entire series, and along with the notes, we will also provide you quiz and how to access this notes. This notes will be posted in BrahMos course in a folder called as GS ASTRA series, and the notes will remain unlocked. And for free quizzes, they will be posted in quizzes section of Siddhi website. All you need is click on quizzes section. You have a YouTube live series section and you can access quizzes from there. And those who are a part of GS 1.0 and BrahMos, my dear friends, the series is equally important for you guys as well. In the class, we are now doing history, and after that I will proceed towards geography followed by polity. On a parallel side, we have to cover these hot topics as well, because the exam has been preponed. So the wise strategy would be, for the hot topics, we prepare based on 2025 PYQs, and for the traditional topics, we prepare them in a completely comprehensive manner. So alongside your regular GS class, this live session is extremely important for you, and this is the same for everybody. After the series is completed, after CGL Tier 1 is completed, we will pick up these topics and we will do them in a much comprehensive manner after the exam for Tier 2. But for Tier 1, our objective is we want to score 25 plus, 25 to 30 marks, and we want to qualify Tier 1. Once we qualify Tier 1, the things can be sorted for Tier 2. It's not a problem at all. So even for you guys who are a part of GS and BrahMos of Siddhi, This series is extremely important. Let me remind you again. The series starts from 23rd February, Monday, evening 7 p.m. live on YouTube, and after the series you will have a notes and a quiz. See you in the classes.